Donald Trump's political operation is burning through cash as his legal bills mount up. The pro-Trump Save America PAC started the year with over $18 million cash on hand, but as of last month, the group has less than $4 million remaining in its bank accounts. The New York Times bluntly framed it this way: after paying lawyers, Trump's PAC is nearly broke. Our great reporters are back with us. It's a lot of money that he's made, but a lot of money spent.
A lot of indictments.
Yeah.
A lot of lawyers. But I mean, this is a continuation. It's like death, taxes, former President Trump finding someone else to pay his lawyers. Because, you know, he had the RNC doing it while he was president. But listen, this is, and it doesn't seem like donors are cutting him off yet. Perhaps they're looking at this as an investment toward him actually making it back in. But certainly this is going to become a problem going down, being able to keep those coffers full. You've already seen the super PAC, the PAC claw back money from the super PAC, $60 million, because they've spent so much money that they had donated, that they had transferred there. So clearly there's an issue.
And just think about why they transferred $60 million from one PAC. Again, these are all constellation, of Trump world, right? Different groups, a super PAC, a leadership PAC, what have you. There are different rules applying to them. But why did they transfer $60 million? Well, it was supposed to be for television ads. That's what a super PAC does largely, and invested in the campaign. Why are they clawing it back? Because the leadership PAC spent all this money on legal fees. Yeah. So it just shows you where the legal is taking the priority over.
Wait, can I just also add one more thing that the PAC spent money on? It looks like they spent money on a stylist for Melania Trump. $108,000 went to Hervé Pierre Briard. I don't know if I'm saying that right. For strategy consulting in the form of 6 payments of $18,000 a year. How do I get a PAC?
I mean, this is one of the reasons why I'm sure Donald Trump wanted to run for president, facing these legal, indictments hanging over his head. It's sort of convenient to have this super PAC. How Melania Trump is involved here, I don't really get it. I don't know what that company is. I don't know if she's consulting them or they are consulting. I don't know what's going on there. But I do know she doesn't really seem to be involved in the campaign that much. Listen, I think you have some of Donald Trump's opponents sort of making this an issue, this idea that here is this guy who's a billionaire, but he's looking to sort of ordinary Americans, working class folks who are sending in their $20, $50 or whatever they're sending in, and they're paying his legal bills. It's not really working necessarily in terms of landing with folks or preventing them from sending money in, but some of the opponents are trying to make the case.
Totally. Yeah. And there's so many fascinating subplots when it comes to this race. And some of it is borne out in the contributions to various candidates and their PACs and super PACs. So we were mentioning Donald Trump. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, has given money to his entities, as has, I believe, his father, Charlie Kushner. Charles Kushner was somebody who was put in jail by Chris Christie. Look at that. Chris Christie got money from Murray Kushner. The super PAC did. Murray Kushner is Jared Kushner's uncle, is Charles Kushner's brother. And he's also somebody who helped Chris Christie put Charles Kushner in jail when Christie was U.S. attorney.
Yeah, he was a key part of that Christie investigation. Yeah. And basically, I mean, not flipped, I'm not sure, but like just helped Christie get his brother nailed. The family history of the Kushners and Christie is just fascinating. I mean, Jared Kushner and Chris Christie, throughout the 4 years of the Trump administration, had to navigate each other because Christie was still operating a bit in the Trump orbit, while Jared Kushner was a senior advisor to the president. And there's obviously no love lost between them.
And if we just put that back up, I don't want to leave the mooch out in the cold because, of course, we all know Scaramucci was a supporter at the end of, or beginning of the Trump administration, worked there for 10 days, and he's now giving $100K, big check to the Christie super PAC. I want to move on, though, to the cash on hand when we're looking at the overall amount of money that these super PACs, and these are these big organizations that can raise unlimited money. They're not supposed to, by law, coordinate with the campaigns themselves, but a lot of these candidates are relying heavily on them when their own money is sort of dwindling, and that definitely is true for Ron DeSantis. His super PAC is sitting on a lot of money, $97 million, and it's interesting that you're seeing his campaign now he's attending events sponsored by, he's a special guest sponsored by the super PAC, as his actual campaign is starving for cash.
Well, right. I mean, he had this bus tour in Iowa, and it's sponsored by the super PAC, and that's who they're ending up leaning on because he also had quite the burn rate because of all the staff that they employed. But and listen, we're just going to see more of this. I mean, one of the more impressive. Tim Scott was down there somewhere, but that's it. But it's another measure of how strong a candidate's going to be is that they do have these other entities spending on them, and you're seeing it with some of the other candidates too, to keep their name out there, even if they're maybe not pulling in the same money from their individual leadership PACs.
Yeah, and I can say because you can give unlimited
Yes.
money if you are a very wealthy person, DeSantis has been able to raise a lot of money just from 4 entities.
Yes.
And that's part of that story there.